Hello everybody, how's it going? I am Louis, the Average Guy in 1983. Thank you very much for tuning into this video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install some shocks into a Roadrunner Pro, thanks to a fellow subscriber who is allowing me to install these for him. So shout out to my buddy for that. With that said, let's go ahead and get started with the video and show you guys what you're going to need to install these shocks. Let's go. Alright, so here are the tools that you're going to be needing. The ones you're going to need is going to be a wrench with the 17mm socket. This is going to be able to remove the socket on the side of the shock. You're going to need an 8mm hex key, a 4mm hex key, just in case you need to take off the fender. I highly doubt it, but if you do, this is what you're going to need, along with a 5/16 wrench. You also need a 24mm socket because this is actually for the removal of the motor. We do have to take it off and just drop it down a little bit to be able to get access to the shocks to be able to remove them, and a Torx wrench so that you can be able to properly torque your bolts right back into your rim. The next thing you're going to need is obviously your shocks, so we're going to be using these ones. Okay, so I do apologize, I don't really know what these ones here are called, but they're like metal standoffs. You do need to pre-install them before you put these on, so I do have them already pre-installed. They're easy to put on, technically speaking. You just push out the old ones and then put the new ones on. This here, which are just pliers, so that this way we can be able to squeeze these down if necessary, and a hammer in case you need to like hammer the little thing down. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and go on over to the Roadrunner so I can show you guys how to remove the old ones and get these put on. Alrighty, so step one, besides having it on a jack, is going to be to remove the bolts of the motor, because in order to get this bolt off in the back, you're going to have to remove the tire, and basically you really don't want to do that. Even if you take off the air and try to squish the tire down, it's not going to work. The bolt is too long, it gets in the way, so it's better to just go ahead and remove the rim just temporarily. So we're going to do that right now. All right, so what I'm doing here is just taking off the bolt, and we're just going to be removing the little washer that's in here that has like a little locking mechanism, and you want to lift up the tire just a tiny bit, and then you'll be able to pull it out, and that will help you move the motor out of the way. And you repeat that on the opposite side as well. From there, what we want to do is jack up the scooter just a little bit more so we can just get this a little bit out of the way, and we'll have just the right clearance we need to be able to get it out. Alrighty, so now we have enough space, just like that. You see that? Now we have all the clearance we need to get the bolt off from the backside. So let's go ahead and start removing this. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so the next thing is going to be to get your 8mm hex key, put it right here in the back, and then your 17mm socket, and have it here, and start loosening. Don't loosen it all the way until you get the bottom one off. You can also start with the bottom first. Oops. Because the fender got in the way. Oh, still tight. There we go. Put that to the side. Remove the hex key, and now we can slide out the screw. Alrighty, that's one. Let's take care of the top now. And that is two. See, and it comes right off just like this. Next thing we're going to be doing is, because the other shock is a little bit bigger, it is recommended that you get both sides off. So I would recommend you do the bottom side first and then the top side last, but go ahead and bolt on the new one at the top first, and then because this brake line is here, we're gonna actually have to move it to the side, just underneath, just like this, because if we don't do that, the new shock that's much larger and more longer is going to smash the brake line, and you don't want to tear that up. So we're just gonna put it right to the side just like that, and it won't be in the way. Alrighty, so the next part is going to be just installing this at the top first. Just slide it right in, put your bolt back on from the back side first, just like that, and apply your little bolt back on, and make sure to counterclock it first. Grab your hex key, 8mm, and your 17mm socket, and start retightening. All right, and that side's done. Now remember guys, you see how this is like this right now? And you can see right here at the bottom that you can't really fit this on. That's because the second one is still on. So in order to make sure that this fits, you gotta remove the second one. So start with the bottom part on this side here. So just repeat what I did on this side over here. Alrighty guys, so now what you gotta do, now that both are installed at the top, you wanna raise your jack so that this way these can install a lot easier on these edges here. All right, having this raised a bit, if you can, have a friend help you out if you have somebody. And once it's lifted, you can install the back screw on. There we go. All right. Last thing is putting on the bolt. Okay, scooting the tire just a little bit back. There we go, and this is done. The last thing is just reinstalling the tire and installing the sockets, and we're good to go. Always go counterclockwise before you put on any screws or bolts, so you don't strip it. Okay, from there we just need a Torx wrench. Set it to 80 pound-feet of torque, and go ahead and tighten this up. You should hear a click sound once it's actually to 80 pound. And this is pretty much done. So, all right, last part is just going to be removing the jack stand, and we're good to go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and that is exactly how you install brand new shocks on your Roadrunner Pro. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask anything in the comment section, and I'll make sure to put a link in the description to the tools that were used, as well as these shocks, which I also have on mine. All right guys, see you later. Bye.